Hey guys, the book I'd like to talk to you guys about is called Moonshot, which was written by Brian Floca. This book is about the journey of Apollo 11. If you don't know what Apollo 11 was or why it was so important, or I guess even if you do, you will really enjoy this book. I know I did. Well, I'd like to start out by showing you a short little video about the book, and then we'll continue from there.
30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Moonshot, the book we're talking about this week, has won so many awards and honors I could barely fit them all into one slide. So if you'd like to pause right here and look, please feel free to do so. On July 20th, 1969, the Apollo 11 crew successfully completed the national goal set by President John F. Kennedy 8 years prior. Kennedy declared to a joint session of Congress, quote, "I believe this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to Earth," unquote. Moonshot follows this mission from the time the three astronauts suited up to their return to Earth 1 week later. Apollo 11 launched from Cape Kennedy on July 16, 1969, carrying Commander Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Edwin Buzz Aldrin into space. An estimated 650 million people watched Armstrong's televised image and heard his voice describe the event as he took, quote, "one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind," on July 20th, 1969. Additional experiments included scientific exploration of the lunar module crew, deployment of a television camera to transmit signals to Earth, and deployment of a solar wind composition experiment, which also included seismic experiments and laser ranging retroflectors. Not really sure what those are, but that's exactly what they did that day. This book helps you follow the sequence of events from liftoff to splashdown, as the astronauts leave the warm Earth and sunlight for the cold and quiet of the magnificent moon. This book has language that appeals to the senses. For example, the hum of the circuits, the whir of the machines, whistles, beeps, and static. These all help the reader envision the past and imagine the excitement of this thrilling experience, not only for the astronauts, but for the people on Earth who were intently watching on their television sets. The artwork is detailed watercolor and ink illustrations, which bring this historic mission to life, like this picture that Michael Collins took as Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were leaving the command module to be the first ever to land on the moon. Almost 50 years later, after Apollo 11's mission first landed astronauts on the moon, this really cool picture book takes young readers along for the ride. The moon shines down on the Earth, where three men get in their spacesuits, climb into Columbia, and wait for liftoff. On a nearby beach, people gather to watch the rocket blast off into space. The astronauts fly to the moon, circle it, land on it, walk on its surface, and see the good and lonely Earth glowing in the sky. After flying back to the orbiter, they return to Earth and splash down, home at last. I hope you enjoyed my presentation on Moonshot. And if you had any questions or anything, please let me know at the end of the video. I hope you guys have a great week, and thanks for watching.